Welcome back, y'all. It's 2Aprons. I'm Gerald David.
And I'm Kitty.
And this is 2Aprons. I do that all the time. It's almost like a shtick now.
Every time.
Today, we have delicious feta cheese, and beet grilled cheese.
With pear and butter lettuce salad.
First, as all grilled cheese, start with the bread.
So this is our sourdough Pullman bread, and I will explain more about that to you later.
Some funky beets.
Beets, one of my favorite vegetables.
Kitty, lay down them funky beets.
Don't ask for what you're not prepared to handle.
And that's feta and
Monterey Jack. Ooh, lovely.
creamy butter. Yummy,
Ooh,
creamy
that's
butter.
Some butter right there. Oh, our preserved lemon puree. It's not as yellow as I thought it would be. That was surprising.
This is filled to the brim, so handle delicately.
Is this our vinegar?
Rice vinegar.
Okay, our rice vinegar.
You can
Thank
tell
you
by
for
the
that.
smell.
Our beautiful pear. Ooh, almost
Or a very
dropped it.
weird looking apple, one of the others.
This is not the nectarine from the other night.
That's right.
This is a shallot. We love them.
Not a chalet. You cannot take a family of 4 to visit friends.
Oh, I wish we had a chalet. Our beautiful butter lettuce.
Butter
Typically
lettuce.
sold with the roots on. As you can see, they still have like the very end there. And that's just to preserve freshness. And this is our spice blend that we're going to be using tonight. It consists of smoked paprika, sweet paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, and ground yellow mustard. So excited about that. I haven't seen that one come through in a while, so we shall see what we see.
Yummy.
What we're going to get started with today is, of course, we've already washed our produce, so it's been in the sink. We can wash it again if you want to just like really make sure, but it has all been washed. And we're going to quarter quart and thinly slice the pear first, and then we're going to chop up that shallot. And those two things are going to go together.
Are they now?
So we'll get them done first. Yes, they are.
You want to do the choppy?
Oh, yeah, I will.
That'll be, which knife do you want?
I like the big one.
Sure,
Thank you. I'll also need the little one, though, to pour this. Thank
Well, that's
you.
true.
So I'm going to go
For the
ahead
core.
and quarter this.
And while she does that, I think I can do some mixing together of things, if I do remember correctly.
Oh, I bet you can.
Because in a large bowl, combine the chopped shallot. So we'll do 1 tablespoon of the spice blend, a tablespoon of olive oil. Let me get that guy right here. And then let's get our mighty tablespooner.
Oh my gosh, y'all, I was just using the wrong end of the knife. Like, the wrong side,
It
I mean.
happens.
Not the wrong end, but the wrong side. The wrong end would have been
Here
more
we go.
embarrassing.
Allow me to get.
So we're just taking out this core. You never want to cut towards yourself, as a disclaimer, but sometimes I do because that's how I know to get core out.
Yes,
So
be
don't
careful.
follow my example. Do as I say, not as I do.
Just be careful. For professionals at home, don't do this. So it's a tablespoon of olive oil. Is that what I just said?
I want to say that.
So this will be for the, alright, so it's combine the feta, 1 tablespoon of the spice blend, and 1 tablespoon of olive oil. So here's my tablespoon of olive oil.
And y'all just make sure you don't get those tablespoons and teaspoons mixed up because they are very different.
Do I have the right one right here? Look at that, kitty.
So that's a teaspoon.
Yeah, so
TSP
that's wrong.
is teaspoon. TBSP is tablespoon. And the tablespoon is significantly larger than a teaspoon.
Oh, well that helps.
Yeah.
I did not know that. See, learning on 2Aprons, courtesy of Kitty. 'Cause yes, it is much
That's a
bigger.
mistake I have made many times.
I was just about to make it here.
Still do when I'm not paying attention, so.
So boom, that. And this is the feta. Boom, boom.
Oh my gosh, I love feta.
It's so delicious.
It is.
She gets it on her pizza. If they don't have feta cheese, she don't get pizza there.
Feta and
And
mushroom.
1
is my
teaspoon.
favorite
Oh,
pizza.
they're throwing it up. See, they use them both, and that's what threw me. Or the fact I didn't know which was which, that did it too. Boom. Of the spice blend.
And we're slicing this pear really thin because it's going to get layered on our sandwich. So we want to make
Oh,
sure
that
that those
makes
are
sense.
slices you want to, that you know, that are going to kind of cook and that you'll be able to bite into.
And remember, the thicker it is, the longer it will cook.
Yeah.
So by doing it thinner, you save yourself a little bit of time.
Or the more crisp it will be when you pull it off.
I'm going to do a little bit extra because I like spice blend.
Mmm.
Put this guy right back here. Rinse my tools.
Rinse those tools. Clean as you go.
Oh, you know how I do. Boom. All right.
And we probably have a lot more pear here than we need for like 2 sandwiches.
And this I'm pretty much making. Oh, say that again, Kitty.
We probably have a lot more pear here than we need for 2 sandwiches, to be honest. But
Oh, well,
it's
I
fine.
like
It
it.
makes a good munchy snack. I love pears.
And well, some of it goes in the salad.
Oh, that's right. I forgot it's not going on
Yeah.
the sandwich. I was totally wrong. We've done grilled cheese before where it was like the apple went on the sandwich.
Oh, I thought part of it did. But
I
no,
don't think
just,
it does. I think it's just the beets on the sandwich and the pears
Ah.
literally go in the salad. So good
Oh.
call out. I just
yeah.
was going to put them. They'd probably be good on the sandwich, not going to lie.
We like it. That's why I think we were thinking that, because usually we put apples or a little bit of crunch in our sandwich. Because it's either that or potato chips, and she keeps not letting me put the potato chips. They're yummy though.
I'm sure they are.
This you're just smashing into a paste.
A rough paste.
Yeah, a rough
so don't
paste.
expect it to be like all creamy
Oh yeah,
and whatever.
It's
It's
a good
going to be
note.
like,
It will not look like peanut butter.
no. It
It
should
will.
be able to
Look
be
and
like
smell.
spread-ish over the bread. Because that
Yes.
actually is going in the sandwich.
I know.
Unlike the pear.
Boom, 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 boom. There we go. This is us just getting ahead of the game a little bit. Next, I think we'll be slicing the beets. Or actually, while she does that, I can pull apart the butter lettuce.
Oh yeah, for sure. We can
Just-
also
Just chop that end off for me, and I
Yep.
can do the rest. Boom, teamwork.
makes the dream work.
That's too cheesy. I wasn't gonna go the full. I wasn't gonna go full cornfield.
I
but-
know, that's what I'm here for.
And this, I'm just kind of tearing down a little bit. You don't even really need to chop it. I just kind of tear it up because this will be for our salad. And I think that will work really well, don't you think?
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the shallot while you do that.
Yep. Peel and roughly chop, if I do remember.
And really, it says we only need like a certain amount of this, and we'll
But
have
we love
extra or whatever. But
We
yeah,
love
this whole shallot's going in there. Shallot is delicious. It's tantamount to garlic with us.
Garlic and
As far
onion.
as
It's like a
usage.
garlic onion hybrid. I love it.
It's delicious.
I think it is.
It is.
Alright.
So we're getting all of our stuff prepped. What are you doing over there, David? Did you
I'm
already
just looking at
do-
what happens with the leaves after I put it in. I thought I marinated it with something.
It's gonna go with the pear, the shallots once I get them chopped up, and then the
The leaves don't
vinegar.
marinate in anything though?
No, the leaves get added at the end. I think just
Okay.
to keep them from getting soggy.
That makes
It
sense.
doesn't say that, but that's like what I'm deducing.
They don't have me lightly salt this or something?
Oh, I'm sure they do. I think like every other word in that recipe was like salt and pepper. I was
bet
like,
it was.
actually, like seriously, you have me salting and peppering this like 3 times.
This is the Monterey Jack. We thinly slice. Thinly slicing.
So tonight's meal is pretty easy, guys, and musical.
They're all pretty easy. This one's just super duper easy.
I mean, this one's like quick and easy.
But I think
like,
it's
down to
because
dirty.
more people on average have experience with grilled cheese. This is not going to be, chances are this is not going to be your first grilled cheese experience.
I don't know. It's probably like my 4th.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, man, I don't want to talk to your parents. You have more grilled cheese in a kid's life. That's a
My mom
fundamental.
used to do fried bologna sandwiches.
We did that. That was awesome. We do them in the microwave.
Yeah, that's how she did them
They
too.
turned into bowls. It was awesome.
Into bowls?
Yeah, because they curve up.
Oh, maybe
Yeah,
we'll
ours
just do them
did.
in the microwave. I don't know.
Yeah, it was awesome. Changed shape and looked weird. Or maybe it was just our microwave. Or maybe we did it too long. Who knows? Because I like some of my stuff kind of burnt. I'm weird.
Blackened. The culinary term is
I guess that's true.
blackened.
I guess let's try like a blackened.
Nothing is ever burnt. It's just blackened. We meant to do that.
That's true. That is true. It's not ever
I
burnt.
hate it when like if I'm watching Chopped or something and like somebody like burns something. I'm like, just call it blackened. I hate it when they don't. I'm like,
Now that is
they're like, this is
true.
burned, and I'm like, no, it's blackened.
Because how many things have you bought that were blackened and you just paid extra? Like, it makes no difference.
I've definitely ordered blackened things at restaurants where I'm like, am I really paying you to burn this? I mean, I'm cool with it because it tastes good, but.
Mm. So that looks delicious.
Everything
So
looks
now the
good.
pears and the shallots go in a bowl?
It needs to be a bowl big enough to put the lettuce in later, but yes. And again, using all the shallots doesn't call for it, but we're going to. Because that's a lot of pear, too.
Yummy.
I left those for you. Because I like you.
Oh, there you go. This one too.
If you want it, yeah.
Alright, so what else goes in this?
So into that, we're going to put the vinegar.
All of it?
Yes.
All of it.
The lemon puree and 1 tablespoon of olive oil.
Alright, if you'll give me the tablespoon of olive oil.
Okay.
Put
You
right
got
over
it.
there.
There we go.
Perfect. Now I'll use a different spoon. Kind of smash it up. Or to stir it up, I
Stir it
guess.
up. I was like,
Oh, we gotta salt and pepper this though, don't we?
Oh, yes.
Because we pretty much salt and pepper everything.
Everything. I'm trying to make sure my olive oily hands don't slip.
That was very, very, very daft. Very ninja-esque.
Well, you know I love to be a ninja.
We're using fresh ground sea salt.
This is the pink Himalayan.
No, I think this one's sea salt. I changed them out.
Oh, okay.
There we go. A lot of pepper. Boom, boom. I like pepper.
Gotten our dishes cleaned as we went there.
Mm-hmm.
And put the cap next to the olive oil because I'm pretty sure we're using more.
If you want, you can go ahead and put some olive oil in that pan because we're getting pretty close to doing
No,
sandwiches.
actually butter goes in the pan, remember?
Oh, that's
You do
right.
half the butter.
In that
not
case,
the
start
olive
heating it
oil.
up. We're pretty close to that,
Okay.
the butter stage, as she said. We'll put the butter in the pan to heat up. She's right, it's butter, not this is very delicious butter from some fancy creamery or whatnot.
Well, it's very round butter.
Oh, boom. So that is good to go.
We're just going to stir that occasionally for at least 10 minutes, but honestly, till the rest of the meal is done. So it's definitely going to have a good chance to marinate, which is the point.
Especially with a little bit of salt on there, that really helps.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be delicious. We've got our rough paste of feta. So just
so
looking
yummy.
up here.
We're getting super close. I'm going to wipe off this board a little bit.
Yeah, our next deal is to assemble the sandwiches.
All right. That's ready for you right here if you want to do it off the board. Oops, I messed it up. I'm making it worse. Meh.
So this is our sourdough Pullman bread. And a couple of things about it, because I was like, okay, sourdough Pullman. I've heard of sourdough. I don't know what Pullman is. Two different concepts. Sourdough is how the bread is made. So in regular bread, yeast reacts with gluten, and that is what makes the bread rise. With sourdough, it comes from a starter where bacteria and I'm gonna look at my notes here because I just blanked out absolutely. But
bacteria.
The starter is made from a combo of yeast and bacteria
growing
yeast and bacteria.
That makes sense.
Growing inside a paste made of flour and water, and so that's how these get started.
So in a paste of flour and water, they grow some bacteria, and then it goes from there to sourdough.
Yeast. Yes, with yeast.
That's
how sourdough bread is started. The other part is the Pullman loaf, which is actually how the bread is cooked. And Pullman bread, also called pan loaf, is cooked in a long, narrow lidded pan.
Oh, I didn't know
and
that.
That is. Can you grab me a butter knife, babe?
I will.
That is sourdough and Pullman, respectively, for our sourdough Pullman bread. The other thing about sourdough bread is that it is baked to be really soft, and then it crisps really well when toasted. So that's very exciting for our grilled cheese here. And I'm just spreading this rough feta paste over the bread. And I guess we only need enough for two. It's not going on both sides.
Mm-hmm. Scoot over just a little bit.
I was thinking 4.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking I needed to do it on 4 pieces, but really it's
No, they just did it on the 2.
Yeah.
I got this prepped up, and the reason I put this on here rather than cut it in here, because this will stain a wooden
that will
cutting
stain
board.
anything, to be fair.
I guess that's true.
Except maybe the plate or whatever, but yeah.
So we're just going to cut these here, and that's going to be fine. They cut real easy. There's no pit. It cuts like cranberry sauce, if I were to say.
Well, because those have already been, like, if you get, so beets are a root. If you get beets that have not, if you get beets that have not been treated at all or whatever, it is going to be very hard to cut. They're very hard. I think these have been like boiled or cooked or something. I'm not entirely sure. But they have in some way been altered from their original picked from the ground state.
That's our people taking care of us. We get this and they do sometimes the heavy lifting because we don't know what we're doing.
We didn't have to boil it for 20 minutes or 45
Which is awesome
minutes or
because,
whatever.
man, I got to get back to my shows.
Your stories.
My stories. I'll be in my trailer watching my stories.
That's a southern thing, I think, if y'all aren't familiar.
Oh, it's not a southern thing. The first time I heard it was in California.
Really?
My friend's mom, she'd yell at you, I'm watching my stories. You could do anything during that 2 hours.
That was my grandmama.
Watching her stories.
She would watch her stories.
She's a bad babysitter during them 2 hours.
But it typically refers to like soap operas.
Yep, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
There must have been an article or something that told them how to label it or something so people would leave them alone. Because once they called it stories, you knew they were serious. You know she wasn't playing around. So you were going to get it.
And my dad said he would see his grandmama, even when she was watching her stories, she talked to the TV.
Yeah.
And she'd say things like, now you know you ought not do that. So she was like trying to coach the characters in moral lessons while they were doing their nefarious deeds.
Trying to guide them.
But that always cracked me up as a mental image.
Maybe they like that because the TV never talked back.
Probably.
Right,
Any
so,
mom is like, knows how that is.
So I put all the butter in here or half?
Half the butter.
Half the butter. Where'd that butter knob go? Boom, boom.
There you go. I'm getting our beet pieces laid out on the bread here.
Perfect. I'm cutting this butter in half.
Mm-hmm.
Half the butter. Boom.
That is it. Half
Ooh,
the
that
butter.
is going good. We got it set to medium-low pretty much. It's going to be a low and slow process.
So usually they tell us to set things to medium-high, and like
Which
if
is
you
way
watch
too
this,
high.
we know we never do that. We always keep it on medium. So this actually said to set it to medium. So we're setting it like to medium-low.
But that might just be our oven though. That might be just us. So always adapt to yours. Get to know your stuff.
Exactly.
Play with it, do a couple things, and all you really gotta do is just remember, even if you gotta take note, what did I set this at? How did it turn out? And then set it lower, take a little longer, play with those settings. It'll take you 2 or 3 times, then you'll know your stuff and you'll start hitting the mark. Ooh, that looks great. Look at that.
Oh my gosh. I love beets, you guys. Those are really good.
So yum.
Thank you, David.
I think we're at that point. Ooh, so we're pretty much good on this, huh?
You don't want those?
I'll try one to be adventurous, but
These were my favorite vegetables as a kid, y'all. My mom always told me they had no nutritional value, which is not true.
they don't taste like Kool-Aid.
They have a lot of nitrates and stuff. Why would they taste like Kool-Aid?
Why do they look? That's false advertising. It looks like Kool-Aid.
I don't know what kind of Kool-Aid your mama made.
She didn't. I did. I just imagine that's how adults did it. I'm gonna go ahead. All right, we'll wait on this, I guess. Are we time where I can add this?
Yeah. Throw the tops on and get those suckers in.
Boom. Does it matter which side goes which?
It does not. We're gonna cook them for 2 to 4 minutes per side. So we're getting those down. We've already got half the butter in our pan there.
That's right.
We're getting those down with the timer on. I'm gonna put it for 3 minutes. And we might check it with a minute to go since it's 2 to 4. Ooh, those sandwiches are so big, it's testing our skillets.
It is. They fit in perfect. If you put a little bit of Tetris on it, you got it.
Tetris and pressure.
That's right. It helps. It helps. Grilled cheese are formed by pressure, just like a great man.
Wow.
Now that's how you get cheesy.
So much to unpack there.
I know, right? I know, right? Let me clean this up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got a couple of minutes here, then we're going to flip our grilled cheese and go a couple more. So I would say it's time for...
Oh, it's time for cocktails.
Cocktails!
Cocktails. I love it. I love it. What do we got in store? What are you thinking?
So today's recipe, guys, is going to be a mojito.
Oh, I love mojitos.
Because it's very crumbly.
That's smart. That's smart.
Very crumbly.
And that does explain why we got this guy over here. This is some fresh mint. Nothing makes a mojito like fresh mint.
That's actually fresh organic mint too, by the way. We buy it organic whenever we can.
Bougie.
But I've just found that like organic vegetables and stuff have such better flavor than commercial, and maybe it's psychosomatic. Like,
No, I think they do. I think they do.
But for our mojito, we
Just a
need
second. This thing happens sometimes when you get too much soap on it.
Oh, sorry.
This is adulting, but yeah, you don't want to eat soap. So you want to be clean, but at the same time, you also gotta respect the rinse.
Nope, very nice. Thank you, David.
You guys probably can't
David.
even see that on camera.
But he was very right. There was definitely some stuff I had missed.
Always treat every morsel like it's going in your mouth, and you're gonna be a good cook. Take it away, kitty.
And on that cheesy note,
I know, right?
That is good advice.
So cheesy.
So we have some rum here. Whoops, just kidding. Some white rum. We have our mint. We have some simple syrup that I actually made yesterday.
Ooh, simple syrup.
Simple syrup in an airtight container will keep for up to a month in the refrigerator. And then we have our club soda, and I'm going to use a little bit of diet tonic water and a little bit of... I'm getting super creative with my mojito here, guys. Okay?
Are you?
Oh, yeah. Super creative.
It's kind of back here.
There. And the first thing we're going to do, and the first thing most mojito recipes tell you to do, is take some mint leaves and muddle them. So, we don't have a muddler, and...
Muddler?
If y'all know, like, we don't have tons of space, so buying a a muddler that we're going to have to store somewhere just to use for mojitos, which this is the first time we've made them. Seems crazy.
I know, right?
So we decided to DIY muddle it, which means you just take the end of a wooden spoon, or in this case, a magical unicorn spatula, and you're going to muddle it with that just directly in the glass. And
we like a lot of mint. We like that mint to be apparent and present.
so the recipe I read calls for 3 leaves, and obviously I've gone like way beyond that. But we did make test recipes for this, and it could have used a little more mint in our opinion.
Ooh.
So
Time to flip the sandwich.
or check them because they might need another minute.
I'm still going to flip it to make it even, and then
Okay.
I'll just keep flipping.
Let's see how those are going. You might need to turn that up a little.
No, it'll be fine. We don't need to do anything. It's fine.
Okay.
Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Get that guy right there.
So that's done very little to the bread. It's just very, very lightly toasted. So
But
we're
it is
probably
melting.
gonna
It is warm. It is hot.
have to flip it again. But
Yes, we will have to flip it again.
So we'll go ahead and put that back on for 2 more minutes.
But it is going. It is going really
Or
good.
3 more minutes, actually, yeah. Because it was 2 to 4, but we did
And I
3.
am going to turn it up just a little
I think that's a good call.
because it wasn't quite on. What is our medium low? It was a little under.
Okay.
Boom. Give y'all a little look. Grilled cheese, if you please.
It's getting there.
Boom.
Slow and steady
Alright.
is definitely better than like fast and blackened.
Yeah,
So-
don't get rushed. If
I
you
don't
want it
like
blackened,
blackened
make sure
grilled
it's on
cheese.
purpose.
So anyway, we're gonna muddle these, which basically just means when you muddle something, typically what you're trying to do when it's an herb or something like that is release the oils. You're not trying to tear it. You're not trying to like crush it to a pulp. You just want to release those oils. And so just kind of, you can twist it a little if you want to. And you'll be able to smell it. So that's a good indicator that you've successfully muddled. Oh my gosh, the end of the spatula smells so good. Anyway.
Does it? Does it smell really good?
It smells fantastic. Also, you would use ice in these. So we're going to use some ice that we have in our freezer in a minute, but I need Gerald David's help with it. So
You want ice now, or when do you want it?
no, we'll do it in a minute.
Okay.
And we'll kind of use it to shake this since we're not doing it in a shaker.
Oh, that makes sense.
So then what we're going to do is we're going to add our rum. This is 2 ounces. Again, if you've watched us, like 1 shot is a 3 pour. This does have a pour spout in it.
Oh, that's a good
so,
note. Show
yeah.
the camera.
Let's
'Cause
have
I didn't know
little
that was
pour
a
spout
thing. If that's in it, the count thing works. If it's not, it doesn't work.
So we're going to make these a double because these are really big glasses, and otherwise you just end up with like a lot of lime
That's
soda.
true.
3 1,000, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000.
Boom. Perfect.
1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000.
Do you do any more muddling when that's done? Or do you
No,
do
you
it at the
don't.
end? Okay.
No. Also, we need limes. We forgot our
Ooh,
organic
no.
limes. We're gonna
Coming
do,
up.
and I'm gonna make a. It's not even a mojito at the point that I get done with it. So you can discard that. But Gerald David's will actually be a mojito. So for his, we're just gonna add lime juice, and then we're gonna top it off with club soda and ice, and that's gonna be it. And that's the mojito. So it's just the muddled mint leaves, the simple syrup, the lime juice, the white rum, and then topping it off with club soda.
Come in.
And that's gonna be your classic mojito.
Yummy.
And simple syrup. Oh, truly simple. It is the same amount of water and sugar mixed together. In this case, I did a 1/2 cup sugar, white granulated sugar, and a 1/2 cup water. You turn them on medium heat. You stir it until the sugar dissolves. You let it cool. It stores for up to a month in there. And that's what simple syrup is. And it's really cool because you can steep it with other things. So like I've made a rosemary simple syrup before to go in a drink, or I put a bunch of rosemary in it and then strained it out. But the simple syrup had a very strong rosemary flavor. And around Christmas, thank you. You can do that with cinnamon and flavors like that as well, like some cinnamon sticks in there.
Beeping, that's the grilled cheese checking time.
Woohoo! Let's see how that's going with our oven turned up a little bit there.
Mm-hmm. Smells delicious.
Funny.
You can see it's getting golden. Look at that.
Ooh,
That
very
sourdough,
pretty.
so delicious.
Smells really good too.
Yeah, man, again, smell-o-vision. It'd be helping us cooking shows. Y'all scientists get on that after you find a cure. You know, for everything.
Right, for
Now at this
everything,
point it says
literally.
to add more butter. So you add the
Which,
other half of the butter.
You
at
know
this
Gerald
point.
David is happy about.
Oh, so excited. I've been waiting.
The rest of the
I'm
butter.
I'm waiting for you. There we go. Ooh, how's that drink coming?
I am
Cocktails.
squeezing the life
Cocktails.
out of my fingers and these lime wedges.
Yeah, when you have your bartender make a mojito, tip well, because this is work. This isn't just jack. Coke.
They may not be like squeezing with their hands like that though.
That's right. That's right.
But you're welcome to tip well, Gerald David. So we've got the lime juice in there. Do you want to grab that ice now, babe?
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Nice.
We're gonna put some simple syrup in his, and again, this is that water and sugar that I boiled down to, or not boiled, that I heated together until the sugar evaporated. And we're gonna put some of that in there, and it just sweetens it a little bit, as one would suspect of a mixture of water and sugar.
Here we go.
So beautiful. Very carefully. Woo!
Well, that's a thing.
Quite the party up in here. And then we're just gonna top that with club soda. And that is gonna be our mojito. Now I'm gonna do really weird stuff to mine, so.
There we go. Doing the best
See,
I can.
and now it has a lot less alcohol than it did. So there you go.
That's true. That's
It's
true.
all even now. So to mine, I'm gonna add some diet tonic water, and that gives me a little bit of sweetness without having to use simple syrup. It has a little bit fewer calories. And then, just to top it off, because I like the way it tastes, I'm gonna add this lemony drink. It does have some sugar in it, so I just add a teeny bit. And there we go.
A teeny bit.
A teeny bit. That's my skinny lemony mojito.
What is that lemon? What is the lemon drink you're adding to it?
It's a limonata.
Limonata. That sounds like secret society weird.
It's right? My
It does.
limonata.
Is that like what you
mojito.
bring in to get into the secret meetings?
It is.
The
That's what I've
secret
always done.
meetings. The secret.
So our sandwiches are still cooking.
They are. Ooh, is my drink ready? Is it that time?
Yes, and Gerald, I was gonna say Gerald David's refilling the ice, so just waiting to cheers over here.
That's what I do. I refill the ice, I put it back in, so it's ready for round 2.
Ooh, ooh. Round 2, which will be occurring. Well, that takes about 6 hours to do.
It does. It won't really be ready, y'all.
I'm gonna put these guys
That's misleading.
over
Put
to
this
the
up,
side
boom.
here.
Oh, put this guy up. You can put those back. Yeah. That works out
Okay,
well.
cool.
Boom, boom. We guys clean as we go. And this way, the cleanup process is never so overwhelming that we don't want to do dinner. We're never like, oh, the sink full of dishes. No, by the time we're done, there's just our plates we gotta wash and we're good. Ooh, look at these. These are amazing.
Super easy. Oh, thank you.
Do we want to do a little garnish? Do we want to do a little garnish trick you taught
We
me?
do the lime wedge. Yeah. There you go.
Boom, a little cut. Again, be careful cutting toward yourself or whatever, but I'm a pretender pro, so there we go. Boom.
And this just makes it like stick like pros do. I always wondered how they did that when I was at
Mhm.
bars in college. I'm like, it's so cool. Yeah,
And for
it's
me,
not
what
hard,
it
guys.
helps, and for me, what it helps with is the smell. You get the smell right by your nose, and it just really helps seal the deal. Whatever the flavor it is you're trying to capture.
Gerald David is like a super taster. So like it's very important that like things taste and smell good to him, because otherwise, like when they taste bad, they taste really bad.
Yeah, I can't handle
Like
it the way
certain
other
diet
people can.
drinks, like he'll describe the way it tastes to me, and I'm like so not there. Like you have to have some weird gene that I don't, because. All right.
Oh, look
How's
at
it
these.
looking? Oh, beautiful.
Now the other side's gonna match here in about 3-4 minutes, and we will be rocking and rolling on dinner
We're
time.
ready to go.
Oh, look at these delicious things.
In the meantime, let's try our organic
What
mojito and
that?
illuminito.
I can pretend I'm on the beach, having the vacation I didn't quite get.
Right.
Cheers
Cheers.
to being somewhere else, but always with you.
Aw, I love you.
Cheesy, grilled cheese.
That was so sweet. Oh, grilled cheesy. I like
Yeah.
that.
Mmm. That's refreshing.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome, actually.
No, that's really good. Mmm.
Oh. So we like that
Yummy.
one
Oh
for
yeah.
sure.
Are these extras?
Yeah.
We do these for garnish or something?
Oh yeah, that's a great idea.
Boom, boom, just to
No,
not waste it.
probably don't squeeze it on your grilled cheese.
No, no. Why would I squeeze it on the grilled cheese?
I don't know. It's just, a call out. I don't know.
No, I figured in case you want to squeeze it in your drink later or something. I don't
Oh,
know.
that makes more sense, yeah.
We have extras, so I figured, and I'll.
No, but we usually garnish with citrus, and then I was thinking it's like, but it's bread, so.
Yeah, it's a little bit different for this meal. A little bit different. It's not like the fish we normally have, which I love garnishing
Oh
with
my
citrus.
gosh, yes.
A little bit of shrimp with some
Ooh,
lemon.
yeah.
That's some good stuff.
All right, so the very last step that we're gonna do is to combine our lettuce with our pears that have been sitting over here marinating. We haven't been
Perfect.
stirring them, but to be honest,
You don't really have to.
There's not a lot of loose liquid in there, so I feel like they're fine.
Tilt it for the camera so they can see at home. So the folks at home.
Folks at home, check it out.
Ooh.
Pears and shallots that are mildly wet.
Then we add the lettuce to it.
Yep, we're gonna add the lettuce and toss that.
do. Gotta toss the salad.
So the marinade that was on our pears is going to act as the vinaigrette for the salad. So that's why we're going to go ahead and toss it in the bowl that the pears were marinating in. And like I said, you're not going to have a lot on there, but typically like the flavors, especially with the preserved lemon and everything, it should be bold enough that you don't really need, you know, a lot.
Especially with the lemon.
Especially because butter lettuce is like a very mild flavor and a very pleasant flavor. It's not like some of the more bitter lettuces or arugula or anything. So it's like really easy to eat without a ton of dressing.
Super
Which is
easy.
nice. Makes it very pleasant.
This is gonna be freaking delicious.
Oh yeah, this is
This is
gonna
gonna
be
be
fantastic.
freaking delicious. And we're gonna put in salt and pepper on this?
Yes.
Let me guess.
Oh,
Uh,
I think they have used salt and pepper like 7 times. So
I think they did.
I'm sure we've missed some. Oh, that's plenty. Please. That's
Okay, well I couldn't tell. I was going off by Gerald David standards.
Yeah. Okay. No, this will be great once they get it all mixed up.
Perfect. Where my delicious drink at? Made by a beautiful
Right.
woman.
Oh, thank
Drinks
you.
do taste better when they're made by the one you love. Look at that, that looks delicious. Can I go ahead and plate that up as we wait for the sandwiches?
Yeah, if you want to stir it a little bit, just to make sure, or whatever. But yeah.
Boom. Here are the plates. They're looking great. Those sandwiches I'm going to pull off here in about 2 seconds. Yeah, maybe
Remember, we
reposition.
have like a lime there.
Oh yeah, reposition that. It's getting in my way.
Like bite into a giant lime wedge.
Boom,
probably be
look at
amusing.
that.
That's amazing. Super
right?
excited about this. Can this one be mine?
Yeah, I totally
Thank
can.
you.
Boom, boom. All right. Now we're ready for the sandwiches.
Yes, and they smell so freaking good.
They do. They really
Super
do.
excited about them.
Lay down them funky grilled cheese beet sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, it's resisting. There we go. There we go. Oh, there we go.
Good lord.
Put that one over. Bam.
Ooh, oh, that's so pretty.
Boom. So beautiful.
I love that.
You want some
really
extra beets?
Yes, please.
Boom. Lay them funky
Yeah.
beets down.
Now, this is a very important part, and I do think it is important, is to cut these into triangles on the
yes.
diagonal, and I feel like they taste different if you don't do that. So,
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think
Fair enough.
it's really important. It's an important step, and
Ooh, look at that. That looks so good. That looks delicious. Here we go.
There, I'm very excited about them. Actually, ooh, that's very hot.
It is, it is, it is. There you go. Perfect technique. Good form.
Thank you, thank you.
Awesome. We
Quite
have this
brilliant. Oh, there you
guy.
go. It's always nice when you have good form.
I
Oh,
know.
this is so pretty. Look,
Cheers.
I have a halo around my eyes.
To all our subscribers, fans, followers, likers, and sharers, thank you guys.
Cheers, thank you.
Ooh. Ah, all right. Well, you know the drill.
I was gonna melt
This
these.
looks. Oh, did he? There we go. Look at this, guys. Look at this. I'm Gerald David,
And I'm Kitty.
and this was feta and beet grilled cheese.
With pear and butter lettuce salad. Round 2.
Oh, it's resistant. Cheers
Cheers.
to being somewhere else, but always with you.